Cindy Ernst. I'm from Bellevue, Iowa, and I work at Casey's. I'm the manager.
Hi, my name's Darrel and Ernst. I work at Raider Brothers, just west of town, an implement dealership, and this is our part of the program. Well, I actually have a pretty long history with MDA because we used to have a JC chapter here in Bellevue, and they were big supporters of muscular dystrophy. So I actually got involved with it, well, almost as quick as we got married.
So probably approximately 40 years.
So I always really liked watching the Jerry Lewis telethon, and I would always see the volunteers at the different camps and stuff, and I kept telling Cindy all the time, I kept telling her I could do that. And finally, she said, well, I'm sick of listening to you, why don't you
It's
just
like,
do
yeah,
it?
just go
and
do it.
I got a hold of the folks at the Muscular Dystrophy Association in Cedar Rapids, and they said, yes, we're definitely looking for adults. I did it for 7 or 8 years, and I had the same group of boys every year.
Well, at Casey's, we raise money for MDA during the whole month. We ask people to round up to the nearest dollar for MDA. We also put out a container if they want to donate more in that. They're welcome to do that. This year we raised $3,200 for MDA, and we're pretty proud of that.
Well, we've been involved. We did the muscle walk in the Quad Cities. We didn't go down this year, but we did last year. We got to participate in the gala out in Des Moines last year. Still like to do Fill the Boot yet. Managed to still go up to camp. We went up for VIP day, so I was there the last 2 years now because I got invited to come up there, which is kind of cool because we drug a lot of other firefighters along up, so they got to see what it was all about.
So shifting gears a little bit, could you guys tell us a little bit about the diagnosis process for you and kind of what that was like? I know that's a hard topic.
Well, initially it kind of started out that I was starting to lose a lot of strength in my legs and my arms and stuff and I was starting to trip and fall. And well, I was going to turn 60 years old, and I just figured that getting weaker and stuff was all part of getting old. But my wife was pretty persistent about me finding out what was going on. So when I went to have my yearly physical, we visited with my primary care provider up there, and she made me walk down the hallway, and she noticed that I was dropping my foot. And that's kind of how the whole thing started. After that, I had to see a neurologist, went through everything in Dubuque, had MRIs, had EMGs, all that kind of stuff, and then she referred me to the University of Iowa, and we went out there. Basically, you go through the whole thing again, and it's about 2 years now that they actually confirmed it and stuff. So
It's a tough process. There's a lot, they kind of have you on pins and needles for a long time, till you get the diagnosis that, there is something.
they take care of everything that you could possibly need. I mean, there's a physical therapist comes in, there's a nutritionist, there's your doctors come in, social workers come in if you have any kinds of problems like that, coping with what's going on.
They have speech therapy and
Respiratory, they come in and you know, check out how you're breathing and everything's all going. I mean, you see a lot of people. You see a lot of people. And I understand why it's important to have that funding, that MDA, make that donation. They're making a difference in a lot of places. Right now I'm doing Radical. That drug got released a year ago in May. I think the drug is making a difference for me. It's such a new drug. And the only reason why I got through the FDA as quick as it did was because it had been studied that thoroughly. But the drug, I take it 10 out of 14 days. It's an infusion. And then I'm off it for 14, and then I restart again after 14 days.
You've been in 2 studies or 3?
2
studies
studies
out at the University
of Iowa. I was also in the CREATE program, which is all about genetic studies and finding all the biomarkers that can be causing this. With the MDA website and stuff which I get all the emails and stuff we're getting notified by email now that there's maybe a company doing something here or doing something there. And if I see something, I ask the questions when I go to the ALS clinic. Well, I always knew it was important going up to camp.
Well, and I think, you know, with Darrel and that, it means quite a bit. Right now he's got 2 sisters and a niece that are going through a CMT study, which is, you know, also a part of a MDA and that.
I had a sister that had 2 little boys that were born with Walker-Warburg syndrome. And basically what that is it's hydrocephalus, blindness, and then congenital muscular dystrophy. And they both passed away very young. So we've been around it for a while already.
To be able to do things that you never thought were possible to do. To put yourself out there and reach for the sky, you know, it's great to see, you know, to go to camp and see the kids that do all the things that they would never have a chance to do otherwise. You know, to see them zip line and climb, possibly, you know, studies go on and possibly to help out to have a longer life for them, to, you know, to just live unlimited.
Yeah. The one thing that I think is important is I think it's important that people understand that when you're standing there on the corner with a boot, or if you're going into a KC store or whatever, that little bit of change or whatever you throw in there is really making a big difference.
Definitely. We're very hopeful. They you know, keep putting stuff out there. It was a lot of years that they weren't doing anything really for ALS. They had just kind of settled, you know, for the one drug. And, you know, now that they're doing more checking into, ALS has become more of a prominent disease than what it used to be.
Donate, it's important.
Yeah, just keep on giving so people can live longer.